What's up, cats? I'm ElectricJazzcat, aka EJ, and today we're picking up in the next episode of our Pokemon Blazing Emerald Nuzlocke series here on the ElectricJazzcat channel. So, I don't remember what happened last time. All I remember is we took on Norman and we lost Gyarados. Crazy, we lost 2 Gyarados when it's funny, it takes hits really well. And then the people say, oh, well, of course, if it's a quad effective move, that won't happen. Really, because it lost to a Lionoon. So, chalk one up for Doggo, right? I guess we'll put Ray back on, because we lost a water type. So yeah, here we are. We got 5 gym badges. That's the team. What is the team? Yeah. Do I have an actual just experience share? Just one item? I don't. A lucky egg, though. I'm gonna give this to Turd. And when I feel confident in sending him out into battle, I'll do so. Anyway, okay. Hi AJ, how you doing? I have used success catching Pokemon lately. I can nobody cares. Maybe someone cares, but I don't care. And that's the title of this episode. Someone cares. I don't know. No, see, I quit Meyer, okay? I'm never about that life. I try to give respect to everyone. You know, I try to do a 2 weeks notice, and I did, and that was the plan. But here's what happened. I came to apply to work as a utility worker or a cart advocate. And for those of you who don't know what that is, that means all I do, at least at Meyer, is push carts and take out the trash and put new trash bags in. And if somebody breaks something, like an aisle 8 and a can of salsa falls and there's salsa all on the ground and there's glass everywhere, we also clean that. If somebody leaves a boom boom in the bathroom, or restroom as I call it because there's no bath, we clean that too, okay? That is the job of a utility worker. Oh, and if somebody needs help taking something out to their car, we also do that. That is the job of a utility worker. Okay, I think I got everything now. So, I apply for that. And they're like, oh. Wow, level 40, you're scary. What is this? Sea Spring Ruins. Okay, well, we already have a Zubat, so give me something different. Ooh, piece of candy. Okay, another Zubat. Alright. I just want to listen to music. Come in, like. Anyway, finally a Gen 3 song instead of Gen 4. So I tell them I have experience doing cashier, not customer service. My other star tried to get me to do that, and I was like, no, I don't want to do that. That's too much for me to handle, to get it all right. I'm going to mess something up, and I don't want that on my shoulders, right? Okay, I don't know this case. We're going to need Flash. So what I told them, and I'm sure I've told you this, I've told you guys this before. Words, man. If you need me to cover for a break, or if you need me to help slow down some lines, or whatever, I have the knowledge to help you with that. But please don't schedule me for these things. Please schedule me for carts. Even if it means less hours, whatever. Yeah, okay, gotcha. No. they schedule me for cashier and stuff, and I'm like, okay, maybe it's just because of like refreshing my memory for training, right? Yes and no. Yes, for the first 2 days. No, for the days that followed, I was the only cashier on self-scan for like 3 days in a row. And even if that's the case, at my mire, if that was happening, we would have people from departments come and ring up on lane, and it's like, sorry, you're not going to put away the dog food today because you're ringing up on lane because cashier has more priority than your department. That's how that works. But apparently, not at this mire. And in addition, oh, I hear Geodudes. I wouldn't mind having a Geodude. In addition to that, these customers were just way more rude. And, you know, it's one thing to be cashier by yourself for 1 day. Oh, you feel good, right? But 2 and then 3, it's like, no, this is not what I signed up for, especially since I wanted to push carts. And so all happy EJ, the depression is eating at me, and I'm like, I can't go back down this path. No, do not let the depression take me over again. I can't have it. So I call up Jeremy, and I said, hey Jeremy, can I talk to you? And he goes, yeah, what's up? It's like, well, if I'm calling you like this, I'd like to meet and talk in person. That's what that means, but sure, we'll say it on the phone instead. And I don't know if I've said this before, but if not, it's a good recap so you get the whole story. So I said, look, man, I don't want to be doing this. I can't be doing this. What I said was if I could do it for breaks and if you need me for that, yada yada, but I need to be pushing carts or I'm out. And if out implies that you don't need someone to push carts, then that's fine. If you only need me like 2 days a week to push carts, that's fine. But I can't do this. I'm sorry, I cannot. And so he said he'll see what he can do. Who are you? I see you've made it through the ruins. Impressive work. Beyond this point lies the key to insurgeable power. Power that I have been entrusted with protecting at all costs. Only one of pure hearts may venture below. We shall battle to see if you are worthy of waking these power. Do not disappoint. I feel like I'm not supposed to be here now. Okay, we're right on par. Go with Ironhead. I like that sprite though. One shot, let's go. We do have hustle, we trade it for the power. I got the power! A slow king, okay. Water psychic. Easily going to Ralph. We have grass for the water and we have bug for the psychic. Easy. Leech life. If there wasn't such a level difference, we would have one shot. Oh, that's fine. Deuces. Give me a lot of experience. Did we get, like, no experience? And did that say LUGIA? I'm sorry, what? Shadow LUGIA? Do you guys know how shadow Pokemon work? They're super effective against everything. And only a shadow versus a shadow is it not very effective. He's gonna one-shot me. I don't know if he's physical or special. You could probably run him as both. I guess I'll charm him. That's a special. And that's a regular move. That wasn't a shadow move. Oh, mate. RC? It does over half! Please tell me I have heals. I didn't buy heals in the last episode because I didn't care! Okay, we're losing RC. Maybe he only has a psychic type move. Dark bargain. What? Okay, at least there's a curse. +3 in special attack, accuracy, and speed? And we got the defense drop? Okay. He must only have psychic type moves. What the heck, man? Brandon, did you do this part? Incredible, how could it be? Very well, I believe you have been chosen to awaken that which I have stood watch over for decades past. My time as guardian has ended, farewell. Do I even have... I don't really have any balls. I really want to see what's down there. Can I just take a sneak peek? Wish Caves, a Jirachi? There's no music. It's Jirachi! Okay. I would have rather had a shot of LUGIA. Alright, we'll come back for the Jirachi. Where is me escapey? There we go. And of course you're gonna see me and fight me. Okay. So anyway, as I was saying, and we just lost Arteria. I said that's not what I'm about. I'm only be pushing carts and stuff, right? So he says, okay, I can't do anything for Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday. I'll see what I can do for Friday, Saturday. But for sure by next week. And then I said, okay, cool. Thank you. So I'm like, alright, maybe I don't have to quit. Maybe it'll be alright. Right? Wrong. I show up the Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, doing curbside, because he wanted me to do curbside. And then Friday, Saturday appeared in my schedule, it has me as a cashier. It's like, dude, no. I'm not doing that, especially since one of them was self-scan. And I'm like, no, you think I'm stupid? I know how to read the schedule. I'm not doing that. So then, I'm like, alright, I can afford the points to just, you know, stay home sick and not show up on those days. Because I don't know if you guys knew, my teacher did not believe me about this, who gave me trombone lessons. Luckily, I'm getting a different trombone teacher now. But he was like, I don't know if I would call depression a disability. I'm like, it is. If you Google, is depression considered a disability? Yes. Yes, it is. It is when you Google it. And I've had training videos that says that it is as well. I've had surveys that says, do you have a disability? And it shows a list below, and depression is in there. And I'm just like, yeah. And why is that? Well, because it affects you on your job, and it can affect you on with anything in life. Really, it makes things difficult. It's hard to function. And people who don't have depression or anxiety or anything like that, they think you're full of baloney. And they don't understand what we have to go through and why life is so much harder for us. What was your nature? Oh, bad attack. Come on, what are you, calm? You are calm, yeah, because you're good special defense. How are we doing on time? Okay. So, what am I trying to say here? So then, comes the next week, right? And I have one day to work pushing carts, and the rest of the days is curbside and cashier. And I'm like, my guy, I told you, no curbside, no cashier, no self-checkout. And apparently, it's not getting through his noggin. And I understand if you don't have anybody to schedule to work for that day. But if you schedule me, when I've specifically told you not to do that, you lose me. I'm gone. I'm out. You've lost my respect. And that's why you're not even getting a proper 2 weeks notice from me, because you are not respecting me. And it's not just him, but it's other co-workers as well who give me a hard time. That mixed with the bad customers, not having it. Not having it. So I applied to Target. They're like, so it says you used to work at Meijer, and I said, yep. And they're like, and I'm like, yeah, it's actually this Meijer that's not too far from you guys. And they're like, oh, okay, wow. So she was just checking some things with me. She said, you can go ahead and do the interview. It's a pre-recorded video that you do answering some questions. And when they get a chance to look at it, they'll get back to you. I haven't heard anything back yet. That is a cool form. Kind of looks like a bee. I haven't heard anything back yet, but I do trust that that Target will say something regardless. They said it could take 3 to 5 business days. So I'm still waiting, and if I don't get it, it's totally fine. I will enjoy the summer off from work or off from school rather, because I'll go back to school soon, and I'll still be working while a student as a graduate assistant, so I will still have income coming in, and then once I'm done with school, you get a job that's related in your field. Like, I have done enough retail in my life to put up with that you know. And if people say, what was the last job that you worked at? I don't have to say, oh yeah, I up and quit Meyer. I can say, oh, I worked as a grad assistant at school, and I got all A's. So far, I got all A's my first year. Steven!
Hi, EJ. It's me, Steven. We met in the cave near Duford. Have you met many kinds of Pokemon since I last saw you?
Yeah, I saw LUGIA.
There are many, many kinds of Pokemon in this wide world of ours. If you wanted to raise only your favorites, that's fine. Perhaps you find it more fun to raise all sorts of Pokemon. As a trainer of Pokemon, what do you think? Of course, it's not any of my business. It would be nice if we were to meet again somewhere.
So we're not gonna like do the little Latios thing from Oras and go to an island and I can have a Lati, because that would have been pretty cool. But let's get an encounter and then we'll wrap things up here. So let me just do this. I mean, it's different. It's different. I was not expecting to Sentret.
Sentret, the scout Pokemon. They take turns standing guard when it is time to sleep. The sentry awakens the others if it is sensed danger. If one becomes separated, it turns sleepless with fear.
So I'm gonna call you John, because he actually has the ferrets. So yeah, that's the short and sad story of Meyer. However, there was a funny thing that actually happened to Meyer. Oh my gosh, crazy, right? Oh, but I gotta say real quick, because I'm trying to wrap up here. I don't feel too bad about leaving because they did get a bunch of new cashiers as well. So they had me doing curbside. And you know me, I like to work. When I get money, I like to work for it. Okay? Because I believe that's the honest way. And people said if you're not actually working while you're clocked in, that is technically stealing. Okay? So, we finished all the orders. They stopped coming in at 4:15. So now there's no more orders to do. And all that's left is to take orders outside. There were only a few orders to take outside, and it was me and this other person. So she's like, yeah, I got this. You can go back to whatever department you were scheduled for. And I'm like, well, I was scheduled for this today. And she goes, oh, he scheduled you for that? Now, see, if I was your mama, I would tell him. And I'm like, I did tell him. You ain't gotta be my mama, because my mom would say the same thing. And I said, I tell my mom, I'm old enough now, I can speak for myself. But they don't listen. I've told Jeremy, I told Ashley, I told Ali, I've told Shirley, I've told Norma. I tell these people, and the other people get it, but at the end of the day, Jeremy gets the final say to mark it in the schedule to do what, right? So then I'm like, okay, let me walk outside to see if anybody needs help if I hop on lane. No, they don't need help. The only person that's busy is the person at the self-scan, which you ain't gonna see me go over there, and you have 5 lanes open. And like maybe 1 is working. The other 4 are just sitting there on their phone. You have old Carol, who's, you know, going on 83 and she's reading the newspaper. I'm like, yeah, they're good. Let me go outside and see if they need to have carts pushed. Nope. All the carts are in the building and there's like 1 cart over there and 1 cart over there and they already have 1 or 2 cart pushers outside. I'm like, there is nothing to do. I get off at 9, it is like 6:47. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna wait till 7 to clock out, so at least I clock out on an even number with 2 hours to spare. I'm gonna lose a half a point, but at least I know in my mind, I am not stealing money by sitting on my butt, doing nothing, you know, having the store pay me. And I'm sure other people would love that, but I don't. I can't with a conscience knowing that. And so if they have enough people for all those departments for to be in that scenario, then you're not going to miss me if I leave. Deuces. And anyway, that's for them. For you guys, I love you all. Thank you so much for watching. I'm going to get out of here, and I'll see you all in the next one. I might even grind too.
Bye!